Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is AppleFUNk, and welcome back to the channel. First time guest, welcome to you also. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's definitely appreciated. Let's get into it. Hey, I got my tooth pulled. So I got to get something to put in there. But I feel so much better. I feel so much better that it's gone. Anywho, today we're going to be making some chicken gizzards. I was sitting there, my tooth was hurting yesterday, and I'm saying to myself, what would a hurting tooth love? Some gizzards. So anyway, the tooth's gone now, so I'm gonna make my gizzards today. I wanted them yesterday. I've already defrosted them. You can get a pack of gizzards anywhere. For me, you're just gonna be having some boiled water, some oil, some garlic, some onion. I use red and white, and some black pepper, salt, and I like using Saison. It says a little pack of magic, but it actually is a big pack of MSG. But it's warmer. It makes everything taste great. I've already cut most of these up. I've already cut most of them up into little pieces because I don't want to really be chewing on them because this is a tooth that's missing, even though it's not a problem. So I made sure I could pop them in my mouth. So I left a couple in here that I could separate, but as you, I wouldn't separate down, but that's, maybe. I really just want them to be. I just really want them to be bite-sized so I can just nibble on them and go to town. You don't have to be thinking about pulling them out. So like I said, we had them all done for the most part. Now the first thing we're going to do after we get these things all chopped up, we're going to get some water boiling because you're going to have to boil these for quite a while. You have to boil these things for about 2 hours. Okay? You don't have to, but if you don't, it's going to be tough. Or you can do something else, pressure cook them or something. But what I'm saying is, the longer you boil them, the more tender they'll be after we fry them. Okay, so you can do a real rough chop on your onions. You don't need you don't need to dice it so fine. It's all going in that pot, and it's going to sit in there with those, and it's going to soak into your gizzards. Okay, so like I said, real rough chop. You see, I didn't do anything fancy. There you go. And all that goes right into your pot of water. And once that's in your pot of water, you're going to go ahead and add salt and pepper. I'm not going to add all this salt. Of course not. I am going to add all this pepper. All right, so we got the salt and pepper in there. And then we're going to add this little pack of magic. As they so eloquently advertise it on the package. So let's get our little pack of magic. Alright. So now that's in there. Let's do a flip flop real quick. I'm in a tight area because I'm in the middle of everything, trying to figure out how this room is going to be set up, what corner is going to be for what, why. But my chair comes today. I guess that's a start. My chair comes today and my door got here. Now they just have to inspect it. They just have to inspect the door. And then once they inspect the door, then we can set up an appointment to get it actually put in. All right, so there we go. Cut this up and we'll add our gizzards into it. Now, understand this. We're going to boil these, like I said, for about 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 2.5, till they're tender. Then we're going to take them out and then we're going to let them cool. And then I'm going to add a little bit of surface seasoning, some flour, and we're going to fry these bad boys. Okay, so don't rush them because you want nice, tender chicken gizzards. You don't want them tough. You don't want to be working through, and they'll be tender even when they're cool. You ever had a cold gizzard? They're not the best. So there we go. And the oil's in the kitchen. Of course, I'm not going to do this during the entire episode. I'm going to take it back out there and migrate it over to the stove. Let it finish for about 2.5 hours. I'll bring it in, put it back on here and show you. I'm going to take it out, and then we'll work from there toward the frying session. So, stand by, and we'll get this thing going. So, we'll be right back. Okay, before I move this, we still have another 30 minutes. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Before I move it back into the room, and show you. I want to give you a quick peek at what we're talking about, okay? Now it's not done completely yet, but it's still tough. Not tough. You know, not along the run side, but you know, you want it to pop, but we still got 30 more minutes and then it'll be perfect. So that's where it's at 1 hour in. I'm gonna add some salt. I tasted one before this, and I mean, they're really tasty, but they would like a little bit more salt. All right, I'll check back in. Okay, it's been 2 hours. So let's go ahead and grab us a bag, a Ziploc. Okay. And we're gonna drain these out into the bag. I'm not overly concerned with the veggies. Just dump them all in. Make sure you strain it. That's what make sure you have an appliance or utensil that's perforated. Yeah, this is what you're looking for. And you want to keep some of that juice anyway, because you're going to end up adding some, maybe. We're going to get it out of here and get it in this bag. Yeah, they're going to still have that nice good pop like you like, but they'll be good and tender. I mean, really tender. They're not going to be tough. All right, so let's get the rest of these up. All right, that's all of them. Hold up, no, I saw one more. Okay. So now that's done. We've got all of our gizzards in the bag. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to add a little seasoned salt to the bag. I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper because I want it a little spicy. I'm gonna add some black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, even though we did use fresh garlic. This is exterior now. A little bit's gonna go interior, but this is the exterior part. You know, you're gonna have those different levels of flavor. That first one when you bite in. Now we got some white pepper. And we're gonna add some Frank's Red Hot. Now you can add Tabasco, you can add Sriracha. I've got Sriracha. I don't use Tabasco anymore, but I love Frank's Red Hot sauce. So we're gonna add it right to the bag. All right. Take this bag, get the air out, seal it up. Awesome. We're gonna toss your gizzards so they're nice and evenly coated. And then we're going to take this and we're going to sit it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Okay? So those go in the refrigerator. See you shortly. All right. The gizzards are cool enough, you know, in our little bag here with our little seasonings. We'll give it one more toss. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, just a touch, to this flour. Not a bunch, see? All right. Just to the flour. And then we need to, there's a couple of trains of thought. One, some people will take it straight out of flour and put it in the oil. A lot of people complain that the batter falls off of things when they do that. In order to avoid that, what some people do is do an egg wash. So what they'll do is dip it in flour, then they'll put it in the egg, and then they'll put it back in the flour, and then they'll put it in the pan. It does work, but just like, you know, so I'm going to go ahead and whisk up these eggs because we are going to use an egg wash, you know, in ours, and I am watching TV. So So, real. All right, so our eggs are whipped. As you can tell, who wants, I know for a fact that I don't want a bunch of egg wash on my carpet. No, I've got a pad here. I bought a new one for my chair came, by the way. I haven't put it together, done anything. I'm gonna save that for another day. I don't feel like doing it today. Anywho, we gotta reach in this bag, and I definitely, I don't want my hands and fingernails. I don't really carry fingernails. But take care of your fingers and your toes. I don't want my hands smelling like this all day, and so what I'm gonna do is use a glove. That's it. And that's why I said I wasn't really worried about the vegetables, because I'm gonna reach in here and take these out. And I've got more than one glove, but I don't need one. I don't care. Never know. And in the kitchen, I mean, what are you back in South Carolina? What I was gonna say earlier was in the kitchen, I have some steak fries going. Idaho steak fries in the oven. I could have put them in the fryer, but that takes more time. Back in South Carolina, Gizzards was a thing when I was coming up. Gizzards and livers and, the gas station food. Yeah, so, but, if you didn't get them fresh, they were, let's just say tough. Well, almost impossible to eat. But they also used to have those pickled pig feet and the pickled eggs. Oh, I used to love those things. I mean, the foot would be disintegrating in the jar, and I'd be like, that's the one, so, but I've always been a gizzard fan. I've always have. I haven't had much of a, cut this down, so is it down pretty low? Cut this down a little bit more. And that's a big difference. A lot of people that watch me, you might cook with gas. I don't have gas. I'm all electric. So, like outside, of course, I use wood, and coal. But inside the house, there's no gas in this entire neighborhood. So it's not like you can. So now that we got these coated, see our gizzards? And that's what I was doing. I was just running them around, and then I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna wash them in these eggs. I should have had. Oh, I do. Never mind. I was thinking to myself, I should have had 2 bowls for this, but I definitely do. That's the one thing I don't want to do is make a huge mess. I don't mind a little mess, but not a huge mess. Okay, so let's sift these out. Put them in here. I got more than enough flour, so when I start taking them back to do the next portion of the wash, you'll be fine. I hope you're having a great day. I really do. I am. So far. I wanted to play my game today, but I have to work tomorrow and Sunday. I found that out yesterday, which I don't mind. So I'm just trying not to get involved in nothing too much. I did the yard yesterday, which I need to get back into my apple lawn and garden. As far as posting on it, this time of year, everything's just trying to live in Texas. Yeah. But my yard is thriving, actually. It's thriving this year. I've really been putting a lot of time into it. I didn't beat my neighbor this year. I had to congratulate him. Tell him congrats, good job. I did. I told him that. Give him a big thumbs up. So, I'm sure he's feeling pretty good. So here are our gizzards right now, pre-fried. I haven't fried them yet. All right. So now we're going to take a few. Let's take a handful. We'll get over the wash. Toss them in the wash a little bit. Bring them back out. I'm gonna wring them out. I need to keep then put them back in here and toss them back in this flour. know, that would be a good idea probably for me. Where'd it go? Here it is. For me, it'd probably be a good idea to go ahead and put on this other guy. I'll pull them off later. That's why, you know, I bought two just in case, and this is why. So let's start dropping these bad boys in here. They're not going to be in there long, you know, minute, 2 minutes, because they're already cooked. Let's keep on going with this. Well, we'll wait for the second batch. We'll wash these. That'll be the first batch. We'll go ahead and just wash these now. See what I mean by wash? Rinse them around in there, then we'll pull them out. I'll squeeze them because I want to keep some of it. Toss them in here, and then get them back on another wash. I mean another dredge. I guess they call it dredging, all right? And so you end up with this, okay? Little nuggets of juicy, wonderfulness. And actually, we could probably just put these in here and do the rest. Let's move all this over to this side. That way, once we're done dredging, we're really done dredging. Dredging in this flour, we really don't have to do it again. All right, so let's take this next handful, and we'll get it in our egg wash. Oh, it smells great too. It really does smell really good. You're gonna enjoy it. And I was thinking about it, you know, off camera. And here's the rub. Say you want chicken gizzards, or you and your family, you think you want chicken gizzards. Say you want this. Here's the simple way. You take it home, you defrost them, put them in a pot of water and boil them. You ain't gotta put nothing in the water. Just put them in a pot and boil them. And then whenever you're ready to cook them, then pull them out and start doing the other stuff. That way they're tender. You just don't want rough, tough. Let's cut this up. It's not high enough. Oh, there we go. I don't want it that high. That's a little much. Okay. You know, and that's the thing. You just don't want them to be tough, and you want them to be flavorful. So, and you can even put them once you get them out of that water. Then you can start the whole bagging routine. You know, get the whole bagging routine going. When you bag it, add these little seasonings you like. Maybe you like Worcestershire. Maybe you like, you know, some other things. Who knows? You don't have to use the stuff I use. You know, you can be inventive. All I'm saying is make sure you boil it first. Boil it. See, that's the last little bit of wash we have. I think it, you know. Dump it down in here, and we'll be pulling these out as soon as we're done with this. You know, getting these out of here. Matter of fact, I think I want to cut that up some more. I think we do need it high. There you go. All right. So these are our double. Those are our double dipped or dredged gizzards. So let's get them out of there. All right, and we're good there now. So we'll take one glove off. We'll put this to the side. Then I'm going to take my plate where I'm going to be putting things and put it here. This is my little scooper that I'm going to be using. Once again, make sure it's perforated so that you can scoop this stuff out. Oh yeah, they're looking so nice. You know, let's get to, like I said, I want that thing, let's get this thing up. Let's get it up nice and high. And I did bring a towel. I don't want to take this one off because I still got to reach down in here and grab stuff. Yeah. As long as I have to do that, I need to keep a gloved hand. But here are my gizzards right here. Give you a close-up view, all right? Let's go ahead and take these ones out. I think these ones are ready. I would like them a little darker, believe it or not. I like them darker. I don't like them bright. But give them a minute. It's heating up right now. And you don't have to worry about overdoing it. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you let them in here for another 3 hours, it's different. But you know, you don't have to worry about overcooking this. Yeah, it's still breaking it down because it's still a gizzard from when you boiled it earlier. You'll still have that pop. It's just breaking down more and more. You No, I think that's been good enough. Let's put this other round in here. And that's why I cut them, like I said, because I like bite-sized. I like bite-sized pieces, you know, because of the, not just because of the tooth, but mainly because of the tooth. Let's chop this down some. And as I'm putting it in, it's cooling down, that oil too. But that oil was getting pretty hot. I had to cut it up a good bit. I'm just gonna add these in here. That first fry was by itself, and I didn't want to interrupt it with this one here. I think I might be able to do, I don't know if I can do max pain. Let's get them all done. That's good. I don't want to overdo it there. And we got one more batch sitting here. So yeah, they're going. So I really can't wait to get, like I said, I think I mentioned it earlier, to get all of this situated and organized in here. If I showed it to you right now, you'd be disappointed in what you saw, because I'm pretty disgusted. But I've had to move things around and move them out. And until that door gets in, I don't feel like it's a room. It's a room, but it's not a room until it has that door. You know, when it's finished, and I can stop having contractors in and out of my home. You know, then the room is mine. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the door did arrive. It gets inspected Monday. And then they'll know if any damage was done. Man, this thing is hot. Let's see. Oh, I shouldn't need no hot sauce. I'm gonna give this a shot right now. Let's see if I'm gonna burn my mouth off. That's a what? Not tough. Not tough. Yeah, not tough at all. That is good. Got a little dipping sauce. Yeah. You could even sauce them. You could sauce these right out of the pan. Give them a quick flip in some sauce and then dump them. As long as they're hot, it would be really good. Look at this right here. I would pull the camera in, but I would never be able to get it back in position like it is right now. I'm so glad that tooth is gone. It's chewing a lot easier. I would bite down on it. Like I said, I didn't need any hot sauce. I should have did something. I mean, how can I get out of here? This was one of those once in, you're not getting out till you're done type thing. There you go. can also do popcorn chicken like this. But you don't need to boil chicken, okay? You have to boil it. You don't have to boil a gizzard, but that's what I need. I'll show you this one frying because we're close to the end. I would at least like for you to get one shot of these in the grease, and I'll just be able to pick it up. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah. How many of these are we gonna eat? You know, I'm pretty full right now, believe it or not. I don't eat like that. I don't eat. I enjoy the taste of things, and I'm not looking for I'm not looking for quantity over quality. But what are you gonna do with chicken gizzards? You know? If I put them in the freezer, I guess I could have frozen once I got them all in that broth and pulled them out. You put and with the hot sauce on it and everything, you could take those and probably store them in the freezer for a while in a Ziploc bag and pull them out when company comes in. Then you don't have to go through all that. You already have pre-made chicken gizzards ready for the party. You know, it's been a great day, hasn't it? It's been a really great day. You know, the cooking, watching a little bit of King of the Hill. Like I said, I want to play, but I'm not dealing with that chair right now. Knowing that I got to work this entire weekend, there's no need to really invest myself into the mental startup it takes to get into it. So we'll finish these out. You've seen it. I am going to give you the one close-up tour of the final plate with my steak fries on it, maybe a cup of dipping sauce. Okay, since it's still recording and I'll remember to cut this in, I will make a disclaimer. I would have added double the seasoning. It was seasoned great, but I would have personally added double the seasoning. I like seasoning, you know, and it was above mild, you know, and I want mine to be medium strong. So just to let you know, but you can play around with it how you like. Remember, it's your kitchen, so you do the heck you want. All right, I got my fries and my gizzards on the plate. I got my ketchup and I have sriracha and I have Mike's Red Hot sauce in there. So, I mean, if you were doing this early on, you know, a lot of it you could prepare, like I said, the gizzards, but I just bit my lip. This isn't going to be pretty. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.